our first adventure in 2025. Been looking forward to this day all winter. So we've done our winter jobs, we've got the boat back in the water. We're going to go up to Mull and we want to try and see some puffins. We've got 4 days. That's about it, really. See what's going to happen.
We've just had a pretty uneventful motor from Ardfern, which is where we are keeping the boat this year, up to the Sound of Iona. So we're anchored just off the east coast of Iona at the north end, and we're hoping to spend a couple of days around the west coast of Mull. First thing, of course, is to get the dog ashore, and we're going to have a little wander over onto the west coast of Iona to watch the sunset.
Jane in our anchorage on that side. And the sunset behind us on this side.
Good morning from the west coast of Scotland. Plan is for the next couple of days is to explore the west coast of Mull and the Treshnish Isles. So hopefully go and see some puffins, and Alva, Gometra, maybe Loch na Keal if we can get in there and see a white-tailed eagle. But who knows? We'll just have to see what happens.
Pip's saying, what are we doing going up this way when the beach is that way?
Then more, middle of Mull. See only Munro on Mull. Well, we've made it to Inch Kenneth. Absolutely incredible views all the way around. The hills of Mull behind me and Inch Kenneth. It's a really interesting little island. We're going to go and have an explore a bit later on. But the cliffs to the west of Inch Kenneth are doing a really good job of breaking up the swell, because the anchorage here is got no swell in it at all, which is just fantastic. But you can hear the waves crashing on the cliffs on the other side, which is only a few hundred yards away. Interesting anchorage. There's a couple of anchorages, and the passage between the two is pretty interesting. We made most of the Antares charts that got us through, and I think we were down to about just over 3 meters, 3.5 meters. So Jane draws 1.6, so we had 2 meters under the keel, which was plenty.
Inch Kenneth Chapel. Named after St. Kenneth, a friend of St. Columba. Surprise, surprise. Not sure you're going to see him. He's a bit into the sun. Wacky gravestone though for a night, by the looks of them. What a spot for a chapel. Absolutely amazing. Wonderful island. I think we're going to go back to the boat for tea and then possibly come back to watch the sunset.
You're looking very zen.
Am I? What are you doing, Pippi? Did you not look at the sunset? Did you find a yellow ball? There you go. Shall we throw the ball for you? Did you not want to look at the sunset? An exciting morning today. We're off to find the puffins on Lunga. But first of all, morning walk with Pip. But it is a beautiful early morning. I've got up early because I really am a bit worried about getting out. It's a falling tide, and the passage has got 1.7, I think, metres at low water, and we draw 1.6 metres. So, hey, anyway, we'll see what happens. Might be stuck here for another day. So look, that's where we're heading out. Looks like there should be lots of water, but according to the Clyde Cruising Club book, you don't go out that way. In fact, you don't come in here at all. You go over that side, other side of the big house. There's the chart. Going out between those two green reefs. That's what we can see. It's me crossing my fingers. And one chilled skipper using his Antares charts on his phone, saying, plenty of depth, 6 metres at least.
Well, that's us out of Loch na Keal now, and we're well on our way to Lunga. Got 4 miles to go, so saying we should get there about 20 to 10, so hopefully before all the tourist boats arrive. And then we'll have the place to ourselves for a minute or two. And just behind us, we've got Staffa, which probably only, I don't know, just over a mile away, I reckon. Famous for its Fingal's Cave, and is it Mendelssohn?
Oh yeah, he wrote a
Was
bit
it?
of music, didn't he?
Mendelssohn wrote a bit of music. So anyway, we'll go there another trip, I think. It's a bit, we'll need it really still to be able to go into Fingal's Cave. Done it before in the dinghy. But yeah, with any kind of swell, it's just not really an option. So yeah, another just over the hour to go before we see puffs.
There's Jane at anchor at Lunga. Oh, there's a little wren there. Hello, little wren. Oh, you're in a puffin hole. Glorious spot. No wonder the puffins like to live here. I know. What's this? Everyone's come to watch you, puffins. Such a beautiful island, Lunga. So much wildlife and fauna and flora and, oh no, it's really wonderful.
So that's us left Lunga. We're heading up the west coast of Mull, just going past Calgary Bay, which is absolutely beautiful sandy beach. But 9 times out of 10 is going to be a lee shore, so it's not really useful for boating. But lovely if you're driving around the coast of Mull. We're going dead downwind. We've got the preventer on and the Genoa poled out, goose swinging. A little bit of swell coming in from the Atlantic, but not too bad. And we've got 3 miles to go to Cailleach Point, which is where we turn east and start heading towards the Sound of Mull and Tobermory, which is where we're planning to stop for the night.
So we've had a bumpy little bit of a sail. We're up to the northwest tip of Mull, and it's all got a bit even more choppier. I think it's the overfalls at the end.
So that's us around Cailleach Point, heading towards Ardmore Point, which is really the entrance into the Sound of Mull. So we've got a bit of tide with us, which is great. And wind's picked up, we've got about 15 knots of breeze. So yeah, making really good progress. We'll be in Tobermory in no time. Visibility's not great. We've got Ardnamurchan Point, which is behind me, off on our port side. And we can just make out the lighthouse, so visibility really is not great. You can't see any of the small isles at all. It's just murk up there. But we can see Cole and Tyree. So out west, visibility is obviously very good. So I don't know if it's this result of all these wildfires that we've been having up in Scotland, because everything is so tinder dry at the moment, and there have been quite a few fires around the place, whether that's made the atmosphere a bit mucky or whether there's some other reason, I don't know.
What a fab day. Really, really enjoyed it. Look at this. I've only got one jumper on, and it's April. One jumper in April. I have more layers than this in August last year. Sunny, sunny, sunny. And going to Tobermory. Might even manage to get a pint. That'd be good. Or an ice cream. The ice cream shop might be open near the Easter holidays. Yay. Fantastic spot, Tobermory. Look at this. Mishnish in the sunshine. We're on the fuel berth, all ready to go. And we've got a nice breeze. So hopefully we should have a lovely sail. Anyway, time to get going. Get that engine started.
Well, it's a busy little harbour this morning. Lots of passengers being ferried ashore by these ribs. There's a cruise ship out in the harbour. And in the distance, you'll see the cruise ship anchored in the bay. Little tour boat just about to set off. This is the Tobermory Bay tours, so they just go round. I think they've got a range of a couple of miles, and they just take people to go and see seals and stuff. Not the big Staffa Bay, the Staffa tours ones that go down to Lunga and Staffa and so on.
Well, we're bombing along today. Not much sunshine, but lots of wind. We've got a reef in the main, a reef in the Genoa, pips hiding in the companionway, and yeah, beating down the Sound of Mull. Someone's favourite point of sail. There we go, look. 7 knots of boat speed. Only 6.5 over the ground. And considering that we're supposed to have the tide with us, that's a bit odd. we go, up and down. Whoa! Oh my golly, here we go. Wow, bounce, bounce, bounce. That old Calmac ferry.
Well, that's the sound of Mull at its absolute finest. 1 minute, 25 knots of breeze, and the next minute it's absolutely flat calm. So, yeah, engine's on. Going past fish farm. And what do we got? Heading up towards Loch Allen, or the entrance to Loch Allen. So, yeah, engine on, time for a coffee. And just like that, the breeze is back. So we've got, we've got about 15 knots. And it's time to turn the engine off, put the sails back out again. But we've had our coffee. So actually, that worked out quite well for us. So that's us out of the Sound of Mull. We're at Jerk Castle. We got Lismore on our port hand side, Ladies Rock, and we're heading across the Firth of Lorne. So we've completed our circumnavigation, well, just about completed our circumnavigation of Mull. Hope you've enjoyed this episode around the west coast of Mull in absolutely glorious weather. Although the weather is about to change. So I think tonight we're due some rain and a bit of wind on Monday. So good time for us to head back and call an end to this episode. So hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Really helps us grow the channel and gets our content shared to more people.